So in class one we discussed what is photoelectric effect. When light of or radiation of sufficient frequency falls on the metal surface emits some electrons known as photoelectrons, and the effect is called as photoelectric effect. This is cathode, this is anode, this is collector, this is emitter. We discussed in the class 1. Now let us see, we can put all this in the form of n, and also we discussed what is stopping potential. Stopping potential is the negative potential at the collector or anode, which just stops the electrons in reaching the collector, or for a zero reading in the galvanometer or current meter or ammeter. Now we can put this in the form of an equation. Now, so what is the photon when radiation? This is radiation. What is energy? Energy of radiation is h nu. Therefore, h nu is equals to h nu naught plus half mv square. H nu is equals to h nu naught plus half mv square. You can put all this in the form of an equation. H nu is equals to h nu naught plus half mv square. Now what is h nu? H nu is equal, we call it as E, or we can call it as W. It is the energy of incident radiation. Energy of incident radiation. When radiation of sufficient frequency, I am telling that sufficient frequency is nu. Nu is frequency of incident radiation. Frequency of incident radiation. Nu is the frequency of incident radiation. Frequency of incident radiation. H, as we know, Planck's constant. Planck's constant is equal to 6.625 into 10 power minus 34 joule second minus 34 joule second. So this is h nu or E. Now what is h nu naught? H nu naught is equals to E naught or W naught. You can get it as phi naught. This can also taken as phi. It is not taken in some equation. Some books it is phi. In some books it is W. In some it is E. So in some books it is given as h nu naught is equals to E naught or W naught or phi naught. What is this one? This is called as work function. Work function. Very important one. Work function. So what is work function? Work function is the energy required, minimum energy required to remove the electron from the metal surface. When light falls or radiation falls, if energy is sufficient only, so if the electron is bound to the nucleus, by some let us say 3.4 electron volts. Now, if this energy is less than, if we supply energy 2.3 electron volts, then what happens? It requires 3.4. We are supplying 2.3. It won't come out. Therefore, if we supply 3.4 at least, then what happens? The electron will be removed. That energy is called as threshold energy, and that frequency is called as threshold frequency, and that wavelength is called as threshold wavelength. Minimum frequency or minimum energy required. This is the work function, is the energy required by the photon, and is required to just remove the electron, from the metal surface. Therefore, energy required, work function is the minimum energy required to just remove the electrons from the metal surface is called as work function. And what is nu naught? Nu naught is equals to threshold frequency. Threshold frequency means minimum frequency for the incident photon. Minimum frequency of the incident photon to remove the electron. Minimum frequency required. Because h nu naught is equals to E naught. Here h is a constant. constant. Therefore, energy depends only on frequency. Therefore, nu naught is the threshold frequency, minimum frequency required by the incident radiation or incident photon to remove the electron from the metal surface is called as threshold frequency nu naught. And as nu is equals to C by lambda, this implies nu naught is equals to C by lambda naught. Nu naught is equals to C by lambda naught. Lambda naught is the threshold wavelength. Threshold wavelength. Just like this minimum frequency is a maximum wavelength. Okay. This is threshold wavelength. Here also nu is equals to C by lambda. You can write lambda. Lambda is the wavelength of incident radiation. Lambda is the wavelength of incident radiation here. Therefore, nu naught is equals to nu naught is equal to threshold frequency, minimum frequency required to remove the electron from the metal surface, and this is the maximum wavelength because nu proportional to 1 by lambda. C is constant. Therefore, this is minimum means this should be maximum. If this is minimum means this should be maximum. Therefore, this is the maximum wavelength required to remove the electron from the metal surface called a threshold wavelength lambda naught. And here W naught does not depend on the frequency of incident radiation. See here, W naught, most important one, does not depend on frequency of incident radiation. It depends on the nature of the metal. This work function does not depend on the frequency of incident radiation. It depends on the nature of the, because if you take sodium, the threshold frequency may be work function is some x. If you take aluminium, it will be some y. So if you take potassium, it will be some z. Therefore, it depends on the metal. Metal means for one metal it may be x, another metal may be y, another metal may be z. So that is constant for that metal surface. Work function remains constant for a metal surface and varies from metal to metal. If you take nickel, for nickel or for sodium in India, if it is something x, in America also it is x only. Therefore, it won't change. Work function remains constant for a given metal and varies from metal to metal. From metal to metal it may give varies. So for sodium it is x, for lithium it is y, and for potassium it is z. But for sodium, for anywhere in the universe, it is constant. Therefore, the work function remains constant for a particular metal and varies from metal to metal. Therefore, it does not depend on the frequency of incident because W naught is constant. W naught is a constant. It does not, if C is a constant, it does not depend on frequency. Just like W naught is a constant, it does not depend on the frequency of incident radiation. It depends on the nature of the metal, maybe sodium or potassium or aluminium or any copper or something else. Therefore, W naught does not depend on the frequency of incident radiation. It depends on the nature of the metal surface. And now, what is half mv square? So kinetic energy Ke max, we call it as, is equals to half mv max square is the kinetic energy of photoelectron. Ke of photoelectron, kinetic energy of photoelectron. So this is something about the terms here. Therefore, h nu is the frequency, h nu is the energy of incident radiation. H nu naught is the work function, energy required to remove the electron from the metal surface. Half mv square is the kinetic energy of photoelectron. So these are the basic equation. Now I can replace this in different formats also. Let us see that one. Another formats of this photoelectric equation. So in basic I have given you h nu is equals to h nu naught plus half m v square. We can take v max also, no problem, v square, half m v square, or we can take W is equals to W naught plus half m v square, or phi is equals to phi naught plus half m v square, and E is equals to E naught plus half m v square, or Hc by lambda is equals to Hc by lambda naught plus half m v square, or H. These are all the different, this is the different formats. H nu or W or phi or E or Hc by lambda, these are all energy of incident radiation. These are all work functions only. This is the kinetic energy. But I told you that measure of this kinetic energy in terms of electron volts is EV naught. I told you that a measure of this kinetic energy is EV. Therefore, as EV naught is equals to half mv square, EV naught is equals to half mv square, we can say that H nu is equals to H nu naught plus half mv square we have. This implies H nu is equals to H nu naught plus EV naught. So we can replace this half mv square with stopping potential V naught. What is V naught? V naught is stopping potential. We discussed in class 1. Stopping potential. V naught is stopping potential. I have discussed this in the class 1. H nu is equals to H nu naught plus EV naught. Therefore, you can write this one as EV naught is equals to H nu minus H nu naught. EV naught is equals to H nu minus H nu naught. EV naught is equals to H nu minus H nu naught. Therefore, here this is in format of y is equals to mx minus. So this is format y is equals to mx minus c format. If you plot a y is mx graph, so this is y is equals to mx. This is y is equals to mx plus c graph. This is x. This is y. This is y is equals to mx minus c graph. Therefore, so in format EV naught is equal to H nu minus H nu naught. To plot a graph of, so this is what is the value of x here in terms of x. H is constant, slope is constant, therefore nu frequency here. Therefore, in terms of y we are having EV naught. We can take EV naught also. We can take EV naught also. Now the graph is something like this, isn't it? This is the graph. Y is mx minus c graph. This is y is equals to mx minus c graph. And therefore, this is a kinetic energy versus frequency graph. Kinetic energy versus frequency graph. This is the theta. Slope is equals to m. Slope is equals to m. In place of m, we are having Planck's constant h. And also, this is what is called as threshold frequency nu naught. This x-intercept gives threshold frequency. Very important one. X-intercept gives threshold frequency, and this value of c here. What is c here? H nu naught. That is W naught. This is given by H nu naught or W naught. W naught or H nu naught is, this is the negative y intercept. Now in some cases we can take H nu is equals to H nu naught plus EV naught. We know from this equation, no? This implies EV naught is equals to H nu minus H nu naught, implies V naught is equals to H by E into nu by H by E into nu naught. We use this equation most recurring times, repeatedly. V naught is equals to H by E minus H nu naught by E. So if the graph of, so now this is again this format, y is equals to mx plus mx minus c format. This is y is equal to mx minus c format. Again, if you plot a graph of this one, what happens here? So this is what is called as x means frequency nu naught, y is only stopping potential. Here we taken kinetic energy EV naught, here only stopping potential. Again the graph is just like this, and this will be our threshold frequency. In two graphs, this is only threshold frequency. Here what is slope here? Slope is equal, in place of slope we are having H by E. slope is h by e, and this gives this gives h nu naught by e, w naught by e, that's equals to h nu naught by e, w naught by e or h nu naught by e. So if you observe the difference between these two, what we have, the slope of kinetic energy versus frequency gives kinetic energy versus frequency gives slope h, Planck's constant. Alage slope of stopping potential versus nu gives, what is slope gives? Slope gives h by e, and negative intercept gives, here if it is kinetic energy versus frequency, it is h nu naught, here h nu naught by e. Anyhow, the x-intercept always gives, when you graph, x-intercept always gives the threshold frequency. This is very, very important one. Threshold x-intercept always gives the threshold frequency. That is very, very important one. So this is the basic equation. Let us see the last in the next class.